We are back. The Breakdown Boys, Wade Sensei.
Ooh.
Sensei, you can hear that I am a little sick. I have this. Remember?
Yes.
When we went, anytime we go anywhere, actually, I try to get you because you get sick. You get sick more than anybody, I feel like. You're always like snotting and.
Nah, bro. It's just this time of the year.
congestion.
I'm fine.
Well, last year around this time, we had
It's like a week and then I'm good.
Kingpin, I think. Or maybe not. But
Yeah. Something like that.
somewhere around this time, we had Kingpin, and I kept trying to get you to do immunity shots, and you were not having it, dude. You would do
by
like
the way,
a sip
I
of
do
it,
them
and
now.
you'd like, oh, you be doing them now?
Bro, it doesn't matter if you take it all at once or a little bit at
No,
a
you
time.
gotta take it all at once. You can't sip it like it's tea, dog.
It don't matter, bro. It doesn't
No, it
matter.
does.
Bro.
It does. It's like a regular shot. You take that shit down the pipe. Pause. But you do. You don't be like no one does a
have
shot
to,
like
bro.
this. No one does that. This is how they do it. Ready? Cheers. You got anything to drink over there?
I got water, bro.
Hey, cheers it up, man. Cheers to you. All right. This is how you do it. Down the fucking hatch.
Honestly. Yes. Look at him, dog. Look at him. Look at him.
We good. I got a little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah.
Damn, no
Okay.
sponsor. Anyway.
Listen, but honestly, I'm not going to lie. When I was sick, I started, what I would do,
They work.
bro, I took one of those,
Yep.
right? And then I have all natural honey, like raw honey,
Okay.
right after. That was crazy.
How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it again? I'm on the mend. I'm getting better. But you know what was, in my opinion, even more sick than my nasal congestion? Sensei? Yesterday, Sean Strickland, Sneako.
Yep.
A little spar went down. And I had some choice words. Dropped the video today. People aren't liking it.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I saw that you dropped the video, but I don't know what you said.
Oh, you know how I get with these things, man. I go scorched earth.
I saw your tweet, though.
I go scorched
Well,
earth.
Caught the vibes.
Anytime this stuff happens, dude, I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't like when guys that are trained, I don't care what the reasons you may have for it, and for this, the reasons weren't great. It just doesn't make sense to me. The guy has no training, and you decide to, after you let him work, you go in with the amount of force that would put down, well, I guess nobody outside of Israel Adesanya. But Sean tried to knock him out. That's what he tried to do. And I don't like that shit.
He tried to hurt it. He tried to hurt him for sure.
Yeah, he tried to knock him down, knock him out. After the thing's over, he's like, I just kept punching you because you wouldn't go down. Okay, well, point proven. So that's my whole thing with this is like, I know people are like, oh, Wade, you're soft. Wade, you ain't a real man, Wade. You ain't a real MMA fan. You're a real softy. Man. You're a real softy, bro. I got to use the bleep button.
Sneako deserves this.
Yeah, Sneako deserves it. Yeah. You seen Sneako's a bad guy. He deserved that. He knew what he was getting himself into. I don't know why I keep getting more country when I do it, but that's just how I feel like things would go. And I'm from that. So, yeah, dude, I don't know. I feel like none of that stuff makes any sense, but maybe you got a different take on it. You talk to me.
Listen. I agree with you that I don't like it, and I think it's wrong, right? What Sean did is like terrible. Also, when I found out after the fact that like he asked him to spar, which is crazy.
some people are disputing that, being like, no, they were trying to set it up for a long time. I was like, I saw a video where Sean was like, when are we going to do the spar, brother?
When are we going to spar?
Yeah.
Right? And then I saw that he did say, like, hey, listen, I'm only going to give you a couple minutes, and then, like, you're going to let you work, and then I'm going to go after you type thing. Right?
Yeah.
So here's a couple things. Yes, I agree that it's wrong, but the part where you say it doesn't make sense, to me, it makes sense. Doesn't mean it's okay. But when I hear it makes sense, it makes sense because it's Sean Strickland. Literally, Dana White just came out and said, like,
don't put him around humans, yeah.
Don't put him around human beings. Like, Sean Strickland, like, fighters in general are tough to be around, right? Because their lifestyle, whatever, and their attitude. Like, imagine sparring Mike Tyson in his prime.
I was going to say, I think it depends on the fighter. I think it really depends on the
it does.
fighter.
It does. But still, like, we're talking all fighters, right? There's obviously the majority of fighters. Like, in terms of...
I don't know, because I would have to see who you're talking about.
Well, I say majority of fighters in general. Amateur... Pros, whatever.
I would say from the early 2000s in MMA, yeah, you're probably right.
The whole landscape. Like if you take, I'm not saying they'd all do that, right?
Yeah.
But if you say an influencer is going to walk into the gym and spar for a video Like the ratio
Right.
of people who are gonna try to turn up on him is gonna be high. Now here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. I watched the whole thing, and here's okay. You don't want to poke the bear. Now Sean Strickland is a very sensitive bear. Okay, he's like that dog that if you do the wrong thing, he's gonna snap at you.
Super sensitive, and that's another point that I want to talk about too. But he is a super sensitive guy.
Right, and then, bro, I don't know. No one. I feel bad. Whoever's on Sneako's team, he doesn't understand the etiquette of sparring. Because there was a couple of times
you said Sean's doing, or you said Sneako's doing good.
Not yet. He said Sneako's doing good, but listen, y'all. Okay, let me give you a little understanding here. Let's say I'm gonna go spar.
Yep.
All right. And I'm sparring, let's say, a guest instructor or a seminar instructor is like a guest instructor as a seminar, and or another instructor or something, right? Like he's the person who's leading the thing. Clearly, they're better. Or I'm sparring a pro. Let's say we're allowed kicks. First of all, a couple kicks off limits. Number one, straight line front kick to the face. No bottom of the foot to the front of the face.
Don't go crazy.
We ain't doing a side kick.
Don't go
to
crazy.
Your mouth, bro.
Axe kicks. We ain't doing that.
Right? And then also when we jab and we throw a straight punch, if they're being easy, if I do a straight line punch to your face when you're like walking and messing around and your head knocks back, there better be like, and again, this is like the etiquette of like we're doing a video, we're having a fun spar. There better be a recognition of it. And I think
my bad.
Yeah, like are you like laughing like, oh, you're gonna get me now? And Sneako's so new, so he doesn't know.
It's not his fault,
dude.
For that.
There was a handful, and I think there was moments where Sean was like this, like Sean like turned and looked back, and he's like, I think he didn't get that that Sneako is just so unaware. Right?
I don't know how you don't get that though. How do you not get that?
It's Sean Strickland, bro.
No. Sean talked to him the day before and asked Sneako if he'd ever fought, and Sneako's like, no, I haven't. And he's like, oh, okay. What are we talking about?
But I'm saying, like Sean,
who should be telling him that though, Sensei? Who should be telling Sneako what's going to happen in this bar?
I mean, his people. They let him down,
whoever,
heavily.
Sean. Hey, this is what we're going to do. Da da da. You're leading
Sean's
it.
Psycho, dude. Yes, of course. Yeah, him leading anything, dude. I wouldn't let him lead
Jake
anything
Shields or Forrest Griffin, who's sitting right there.
Yeah, Forrest is like, I don't know how he didn't expect that, but what I'm saying is there was right before the end of. Before
Sneako hit him with shots.
There was a right hand that like Sneako stepped into, and Sean was like, "Ooh!" And then he kind of turned. He kind of turned a little bit, and there's a gap there where, like, and I don't blame Sneako for it because he doesn't know any better.
It's not his fault at all.
He couldn't see that was coming, but I did. You know what I mean? Like,
when he started to hit him with stuff, it's like, yeah, but
I'm like, dude, like, bro. Like, let's say, like, it's just one of those things, dude. Like, I think this is just like a PSA. Like, dude, if you're getting an opportunity to train with somebody who's a professional, who's high level, or doing something, there's like certain things you don't do, and when striking, like straight line shots to the face, when the other person is clearly like using control, like it's just tough for me. Like, I'm not blaming Sneako, but this is just what happens when you put someone like Sean, and I wonder if it would have been the same if Sneako didn't do that, because dude, I'm telling you, it might have been similar, but for me, he landed a couple of those, and Sneako wasn't registering it. Like, he hit it once. There was a couple times where he hit it once, and then like Sean was like, oh, like okay, and then Sneako came right back at it, and I was like, yo, Sneako, what are you doing, bro? Like, just throw body punches or like do something else. But there was a lack of registration.
Yeah,
there was a bit etiquette missing because he didn't know.
Yep.
And I felt like Sean might have teed him up. He might have threw a couple of shots, but there was a bit of like, you kind of pissed me off, and I don't like the way you made me feel in this spar.
Not
so
his
I'm gonna
fault.
go off on you.
Not his fault.
No.
And by the way, Sean said that before Sneako landed a punch. Sean said what he was going to do to him before he landed a punch.
Oh, that he's going to turn up. Yeah.
You're going to be in a significantly more amount of pain than you've ever felt, or something like that, before he even lands a punch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. Like,
it makes sense.
Someone should have told
it's Sean Strickland,
Sneako,
bro.
Someone should have told Sneako, hey, this is not what we're doing as far as like going upstairs or whatever. But and the people were like, oh, well, they told Sneako what was gonna happen.
And also, he's going to turn up on you, bro, when he does.
They told him that he was going to turn up. What does that mean to Sneako? How does he know what that means? Hey, you don't piss him off. He's going to turn him up or whatever.
Was Sneako like,
and
what?
then they also
was he
said,
surprised?
don't go, they also told Sneako not to hit him light because that'll piss Sean off. Jake Shields told him that. Outside of the deal. How is it Sneako's fault, dude?
Dude, I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
He was
saying,
like, he was
again,
like,
I'm not
paraphrasing.
Saying it's Sneako's fault. It's not Sneako's fault, but it makes sense because of who Sean is.
That sounds like a setup then to me because I'm not going to say this word for word.
I agree.
But Jake was saying something like, yo, he treats that like disrespect if you hit him light.
But I'll be like, okay, that's fine for you, but not for me.
But again, what was the kid to do? This is what pisses me off so much is like everybody is trying to make an excuse for Sean Strickland doing something he shouldn't have done.
No, that's the difference. I agree, but this is, bro. Let me explain this. As a martial arts instructor who teaches self-defense, I get in this like people call me it's crazy, but I get called a victim blamer often.
Yeah,
where I'm not victim blaming, but when there's a situation like this, I don't take accountability away from Sean Strickland.
Yeah,
I think that was an idiot move. It's stupid. I would never want him around my martial arts school, training my students. I've never want him at a seminar, never invite him, never want to train with him.
Yeah.
Never, right? Because he doesn't care about anybody else's well-being except himself, right? And he's super sensitive and he's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Right? So all that I agree with. However, people are like this. So if you go into situations thinking it's going to be different, it's going to be wrong. And you have all of the signs. Red flag off of, we're talking about relationships. Red flag off a red flag off a red flag. Then you're like, bro, why'd she cheat on me? Dog.
But again, though,
she's not everybody.
You're getting red flags, green flags, and caution flags too from Sneako. You're getting Sean's going to mess you up, but don't hit him light. You got to hit him hard, which probably feeds into him messing him up. Like he's got so many different things.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is a lesson to Sneako and to people out there. Like just because you think someone's supposed to do the right thing, don't expect them to.
That's fair.
And if you don't, you're gonna get bodied, bro. When I teach a women's self-defense course, so they ask me to come in and talk. One of the main questions is like, how come I feel it's not fair that I can't go to a place and wear what I want to wear and do what I want to do with my girls and feel unsafe?
Right.
And it's like I agree that it's not fair, but still, the truth is. There's people out there that are terrible people. And they're not going to, when you say no and they don't agree, you're going to have an answer for that. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, what you wear or what you do or how vulnerable you are, depending on where you're at, may make you more vulnerable to these kind of people. So do I agree it's wrong? Yes. But you're also walking into the lion's den thinking you ain't going to get bit, son. So I'm like, I don't blame Sneako whatsoever. I'm not going to sit up like Sneako, you're an idiot. I don't think he's an idiot. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
He's not an idiot.
But
he's not responsible for middleweight champion of the world taking liberties with a guy that's never fought.
But listen, that's where it's like when you think, like when Sneako with Bradley missed it again. With Bradley, all the signs were there with Bradley Martin. Bradley gave him all the signs.
The same thing happens there to an even higher degree. No one sets any parameters, so no one knows what to do, especially not the guy that's never done it.
Exactly. So when someone says no parameters, you better be ready because when you're not let's say you're doing something violent, right? You're doing something violent and the other person has power over you. Mm-hmm. And you go, well, we'll see, dog. That's not a good situation.
I agree.
Males, combat sports, females in this situation. Well, I didn't think I told him no, he wasn't supposed to. Oh, I thought, bro. Trust nobody.
True.
That's what I tell people all the time.
True.
And this is a classic situation.
True.
Of terrible things and then a trust situation which should have never been trusted. Whatever. And part of me thinks, does Sneako know this is going to happen, but he feels like maybe it's good? Did he feel like maybe this would turn over and he's like, okay, I'm just going to go with it. Who cares? Like, YOLO, let's just go out there and just like, whatever. Like,
I don't think he expected that. I don't think he expected that.
This is tough because this is 2 in a row. Fool me once.
Again,
now we're second with Sean.
Brad, random guy. Sean, middleweight champion of the world. I don't think he expected.
We're seeing a pattern here.
I think that you could tell him.
Team.
This is the thing that pissed me off is like people are like, oh, they told him he should expect it. It's like telling a first grader, hey, we're gonna have a math test tomorrow. It's gonna be really hard. Okay.
No, he should.
So prepare yourself, and then you give the first grader quadratic equations to solve. Go ahead, figure that out. And then when they can't solve them, hey, listen, I told you it'd be hard. That doesn't mean that they know how to, like, they didn't know how to grasp the level of what was going to be on that test or what was going to happen. It's going to be difficult. No reference point at all for what was about to happen at all. Yeah, did you see him unload those left hooks, dog?
Bro, hammers.
People were like, he was only going 5%.
That's crazy, bro. He was unloading hammers, bro. The thing is, he doesn't. Oh, dude, it's the worst combination. Let's say you're sparring Vidal, and Vidal like leaves his face open. You're not gonna step into a jab.
Well, remember when I told you when we did our thing, and you got upset because you were like, "Why didn't he spar you the way he sparred me?" I thought he was gonna because of what I'd seen from you, right?
But then see how you approached it.
I went super light. Like I was like doing a 1-inch punch with no force though. I was like,
went harder and Sean.
100%, 100%.
And again, I'm not blaming Sneako for this.
Yeah,
but this is the issue when you have this.
But no one also was sitting outside the ring and went, "Hey, Wade, listen, if you barely touch Vidal, it's gonna piss him off more. So you better go and throw hammers." You know what I'm saying? No one said that to me.
Crazy. And also, but from the comment with that,
I would have been like, "Shut the fuck, no, hell no."
Exactly.
You trying to get me set up?
So again, I'm not blaming Sneako, but I think this is a wake up call when you think, "Oh, everything's gonna be good," like they said. Bro, what do you mean they said, bro? This is a classic situation because I should be able to go to a party and do whatever I want and not have any repercussions because people aren't supposed to do what they go. No, people are gonna be bad people, dude. And I feel like you should be prepared for those things. And I think the accountability part is good because if Sneako says, you know what, where can I take accountability in the situation so he can learn from it and go, bro, how come this guy didn't listen again and beat me up? Like, we're going to keep running into this thing.
No,
if he just keeps waiting on other people.
Yeah, you got
right. This one. And again, but I'm definitely not victim blaming, being like, bro, Sneako, like, this is your fault. You shouldn't have expected
you deserved
to
it
get
type
beat
of thing.
up.
Yeah, that's weird.
But Sean should have went, yo, chill, but Sean should have had. What are you saying? Sean Strickland should have had some.
You know what
reasoning?
pissed me off too, though? Like
should have been reasonable.
Sean did
the most unreasonable person I've ever seen.
But this is the thing. Sean talks like, and again, it's gonna come off like I'm a hater, but I'm not. Sean's one of the more sensitive fighters on the roster, and people act like he's not. And that's the thing that kind of pisses me off. Is the fact that he is one of the more sensitive guys, but gets like toted around as I'm the alpha male. I'm like, bro, you're the most sensitive, one of the most sensitive dudes out there.
Only a sensitive person would do that to Sneako.
Yeah. And people are talking about, oh, he hard spars everyone like that. That's just who he is. That's just no, bro. Excuses because I didn't see him spar Alex Bejeda like that when they went and sparred.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I wonder why. And people are like, no, he gave that same energy to Francis. Motherfucker, no, he didn't.
Oh yeah, so let's say his nephew comes in the gym, or like one of his buddy's kids is in the gym, a young kid. Oh, he wants to spar with you, Sean. What is he gonna do? I'm gonna give him 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna
do the
tee
man
off
dance.
on him, bro. Okay, yeah, buddy.
Like just because he spars other professionals hard does not mean, and even then, he's not, bro. You didn't go life and death with Francis Ngannou in the gym. There's no shot. But the other people that he does spar hard with, right? The Chris Curtis's, the other guys. Understand how to defend themselves.
Look the way he talks about Jake. You're a YouTuber. You don't live this life. I'm going to show you a lesson. That's what it was. That's what it was.
100%.
It's exactly what it was.
What do you do if you, let's say you have to spar Sean Strickland?
I got to spar him.
You have to. You can't. There's like, no, you can't. So you got to spar him. What do you do? How do you approach the spar? Because to me, he's going to do that with anybody. Especially if I tell him, hey, Sean, you're getting, he will. Absolutely, he will. Hey,
no, but you're
Sean,
right. But
you're getting in with, so I'm introducing you, right? And I'm going to set you up the worst way possible like they did with Sneako, because that's what happened. I'm like, hey, Sean, I got my influencer friend here. Yeah, he don't really mess with the fighting stuff too much. Kind of thinks it's a little lame, but he wanted to spar you, right? So I'm setting you up bad. So you get in there, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, and you're moving around. Hey, let's do this thing, come on. Yeah. Oh, these big gloves. So
don't knock me out, Sean.
Spar happens, then what? What happens here?
First off, I'm approaching it super respectful. Okay?
You're going to get hurt.
I'm going to No. I'm going to spar him like I'm sparring my pops. Okay? What that means is I'm super respectful.
Yeah.
Okay. I work. I'm not gonna retreat a lot. I'll make myself super vulnerable at times, because like Sneako was just like jabbing, like moving, like really, like he was trying to do something.
But Sean wasn't throwing anything. He wanted Sneako to throw that way. He
I know,
at
but
one
I'm
point
saying
put his hands up like one of those belly dancers and allowed Sneako to just
and
rip
then
him.
Sneako goes, hold these jabs to the mouth, bro. I was like, yo. So what I'm saying is I'm going, ha ha ha, leg kick. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing like leg kicks. Like, oh man, and I'm like, bro, like, you set me up. Like I'm pulling out all the de-escalation trtricks that I got. Okay, but then I know
it ain't gonna work.
No. I know he's gonna turn up. And guess what? What did he say? He said, man, I felt like I didn't want to go so hard.
Oh, you're just gonna flop.
You didn't go down.
You gonna flop.
As soon as he turns up, like I would against my dad,
You gonna flop.
I surrender, bro.
You give the like cover up.
If I go
hit
like
the
this,
ground.
if my dad throws like, okay, he's gonna turn up, and I'm like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what if Sean
Good night,
what if
Irene.
Sean takes that as disrespect and starts hitting you with some ground and pound? He's like, I didn't even hit you hard. Get up, pussy.
Bro, no,
Dude, if he thought you faked it and flopped, he's coming after you.
who was the ref? Rich Franklin.
It was Forrest Griffin.
Oh, I thought it was Rich Franklin. It was Forrest Griffin.
Rich Franklin's fucking teaching in elementary school somewhere.
Forrest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm climbing out the cage.
Okay.
Bro, but Sneako was too locked in, bro. I'm telling you. He was too locked in for Sean. He was too locked in for Sean.
But that's what
bro.
you have to. I feel like you like. Okay, for sure.
See, with me, I'm too good with this. I'm too good with this. I could have flopped.
You're better with
And
the de-escalation.
if I go fetal position, I'm like this.
Yeah.
He's not gonna, bro.
Bro, it's Sean Strickland. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is he wanted to drop me. He needed to feel like
he got
that's
you.
why he kept. Yes, but he kept.
But if you fake it, I'm saying if he knows that you faked it,
nah, I'm not gonna fake it. He's gonna hit me, bro. He hurt. Like Sneako was like,
yeah, right.
He's like,
but I know you, and you would have given him a little bit of the, oh man, you got me, oh, and he would have just he would turn up.
Nah, bro,
you got me.
Or I would have been, yo, chill. I would have did all that.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
problem is Sneako didn't do anything. He didn't. I don't know what's.
He
bro,
can't.
He didn't
What is he
speak a word.
supposed to?
No.
He's not used to this. It's like you can't
I know, but
teach
what I'm
him
saying
that.
is like when I say nothing, he started getting tagged and he was just like covering up and like circling around. Like the circling was gonna do anything.
He
bro.
didn't know anything though. That's what I'm saying.
If he went crazy, I would have been like, oh, yo, okay, tap.
You're telling me you don't
got
sit
me,
down and
GGs.
try to. You don't. You're telling me there's one or two things you do. Listen, this is just my opinion. You're gonna get your ass whipped either way at some point.
Exactly.
And if it's the last 30 seconds, you got 30 seconds, right? I think you do kind of what. I mean, you don't do what Sneako did. You don't start fucking. Again,
Bro,
I don't know that
about 30 seconds. All that stuff is out the window. It's on Strickland.
No. I'm saying
Fight to the death now.
100%. But there's people around. Once that thing ends, if I hear that last bell, I'm jumping out the cage. That's it. 30 seconds.
Oh,
GG.
I'm jumping out the cage. When he turns up, I'm running out the cage. I'm doing a little
immediately?
jab step,
You out?
juke move.
You don't try to
That's
throw one though. You don't try to sneak one.
Nope.
I think you
listen.
play what you do. This is what I think you do, is you play very very inexperieused, right? Because he don't know,
bro.
Listen, he don't know.
No,
You just play super inexperienced. You play for 4 minutes. For 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you play super inexperienced, right? You're like, getting tagged with stuff and throwing like the super slow like lead hand out and like not even a backhand, but like doing like a you know what I mean, like a one of these over the top. Like you don't know what's going on, right? And then those 30 seconds, he starts going, and you throw in between those motherfuckers, and just one shot is all you got. You got to throw one hammer and get out. But that's it.
I might try to tag him to the body.
No.
Just because
because if he starts going, you got to throw at least one.
No, bro. The reason I'm telling you,
and he's in boxing gloves, so he can't grab you.
The reason he wanted to hit him in the face so hard is because Sneako hit him in the face a couple times, bro.
Nope, no shot.
I'm telling you, dog.
No shot. I've seen Sean do this to people.
Me this? I've been in situations like this.
But I've
where
seen
I'm the
Sean
guest
do it to
at a
other
gym,
people.
and I'm sparring, and I would not even spar the way Sneako did. I'm like, bro.
Yes,
what?
because you understand what's happening.
Exactly.
Sean knew he didn't understand and still did that.
Yes, and I've been turned up on from people, even though I've been super respectful and I've been ready for it. So what I'm saying is,
Right.
I know how to get out of that. Like Like,
So did
you can
Sean.
get out of it. Yeah, right. But Sean's whatever. He's just there to fight, bro.
I'm
He's
telling you,
just there to fight.
the only way to do it and have that viral moment, if Sneako really wanted one, is to throw one hammer and skedaddle. If you're gonna get out of there clean, that's it.
You're not gonna. Sean's gonna chase you for the rest of your life, bro.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's gonna
He'll
chase
say
you
that.
to the
He
car.
won't. He won't.
If you tag him for real and then run,
Yeah, what's he gonna do? He's gonna come find Sneako in Miami?
yes,
No, he's not. No.
he's gonna chase him down. There's gonna be a video of him chasing him in the airport.
he'll chase him. He'll chase him for sure. No, he won't.
He would chase him.
No,
bro.
he wouldn't. He would not.
You see red. He saw red.
You just
when
wouldn't
he
be
went to freaking hit him.
You just wouldn't be able to come back to the
You saw that.
UFC
You saw that.
performance.
You saw that.
That's what you would.
You saw that angle change. You saw the second camera angle that showed Sean Strickland's face when he started to tee off on him.
Yeah, he was hammering him. That's what I'm saying.
He went to the body.
You
Sean
wait.
Was like this. Sean was like. I was like, bro, what the?
He was going to do that the entire time. You can't convince me he wasn't. He was going to do that the entire time.
I would have been ready for that, and then been like,
You got to throw at least one, bro. At least one hammer.
no, you're crazy. You're
Why
dead. That's a
not?
death wish.
You're not dead. What you just saw what
That's what
Sean
you
could
see.
do.
Nah,
You just
That's
saw.
what you get. That's what you get trying to sneak one on him. No,
No, that ain't sneaking. That ain't sneaking one on him. He's getting his off. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get one off. You got to get one off. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
But I'm saying, you can't expect for Sean to stop and let you throw one. So you got to throw one in the fire, bro.
Nah,
Got to throw one, and that
No,
ain't sneaking
GGs.
one. That ain't sneaking one. At that point, he's teeing off. You gotta throw something back and then get out of there.
I surrender.
He can't grab you because he's got boxing gloves on. So it's Gigi.
I surrender.
Yeah, it's probably the wrong strategy. I would probably get, but again,
Yeah, bro. We're not sparring Sean Strickland, dude.
we're never sparring Sean Strickland.
But then again, we talk about the sensitivity. Remember, Mike Tyson did say, he's I broke my back, spinal.
Yeah.
So-
there were excuses for Mike as well. Yes.
This is what it is. It's the sensitivity.
You know what it
This
is?
is the ego. This is the ego.
Exactly. And people don't want to admit that because they're big fans of Sean, and Sean has, obviously his upbringing is brought up a lot and trauma, his past trauma. And to be fair, there's a lot of things there that we have never experienced, right?
Of course.
But I don't like that it gets thrown around as a blanket for everything Sean Strickland does.
I agree. Nope. He's responsible for what it is, but you better stay the hell away from him.
Yeah.
And that, if not, you're going to get burned, son.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Or he's going to make a bunch of empty threats and tell you he's going to kill you on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, does Sneako deserve it? No. Should he have seen it coming? Yes. But like, there's two ways you could deal with people who are ignorant. You can do it as Sean does, like, oh, you're ignorant? All right, then. I'm just going to beat you up for being ignorant.
Yeah.
Or you can be like, let me try to enlighten you because you're ignorant.
Yeah.
Not sure Sean's ever going to do the enlightening thing.
Well, I don't know that Sean cares enough about that or if Sean's in the position to do the enlightening thing in most cases.
Right. So since you know that, if you're ignorant around him,
Yeah.
he's going to want to murder you in the desert.
It's so crazy,
You know?
man. It's like every time, like he did the same
That's
thing.
what makes him a great fighter, though. I love it because I love the fact that he's a fighter. His character is amazing in combat sports, and I
Right.
love it.
Well,
As
again,
a fan of combat sports,
I don't know. It doesn't
Yes.
match up to me, though. It doesn't match up to me because he says he's going to pull a knife on Drickus and stab him after talking about his trauma and then goes to he jabs him for 5 rounds.
yeah, he ain't doing the whole freaking. Who was it? BJ Penn licking the blood off his gloves.
Thanks. Jake actually did that
See,
too. In the
I told you, some wild people and fighting, bro.
I
Wild
agree.
people.
I just don't. I'm trying to figure out where Sean Strickland, like who he wants to be versus who he is. And I'm not in any way trying to take away from his fighting ability or anything like that. I just can't stand the excuse making wherever it comes
Yeah,
from.
no. Yeah.
From oh well, that's just how Sean is to threaten to murder someone because they called him out, or oh well, his past trauma. You can't bring up that stuff, but he can do it to everybody else. Like.
Yep.
It's crazy to me. But regardless, I agree with you. Sneako has to learn from this situation not to get in there with guys like Sean and really anybody else on that level. And
Yeah, stop expecting people to listen to you. Yeah, we're gonna go light, right, bro? Okay. He goes, yeah. Nope.
yeah, can't expect that, I
okay.
guess. Even though you would think you could, can't do it.
Welcome to the life of being a freaking female, dude, trying to go out. I'm telling you, bro.
I know, but we're not saying Sneako. So, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily the same thing.
But it's a similar situation. It's a situation where you do not control or influence the violence.
Right.
It's between you and a police officer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my respect at this traffic stop. No, you should try to go home, dude, and then get respect in court. Not getting respect with the guy who's freaking has a gun and is also, can I say gun on YouTube? Has a firearm and has the law on his side.
Yes.
I made a comment one time. I had the greatest tweet of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you this. I said if I ever got pulled over by
I think you have told me this.
If I ever got pulled over and I felt the cop was racist, I would want to be so nice.
Yeah.
Because he's racist.
Right.
I would want to turn him. I would be the nicest Puerto Rican ever. If he hated Puerto Ricans, he'd be
non-racist.
Like, wow. Yeah, because I don't care about this guy's
You would want
respect.
to. You single-handedly ended racism to that cop.
Yep. I don't care about his gaining his respect. I don't care. I care about going home.
Yep.
And that's where the sensitivity and the ego comes into play.
Yep.
Now I can go home and you know,
talk your stuff
book
there,
a court
whatever.
date and do my thing, but I don't have any influence over the situation. And people who are ignorant to that and try to get okay, here we go. You're gonna learn real quick.
Thanks.
So is it wrong? Yes, it's wrong. That's terrible. Those people should, whatever should happen to those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you don't have much say, dude, unless you can deal with it,
Facts.
So you got to be ready, bro.
Facts. Well, listen, comment section. You let us know what should Sneako have done? What do you do going forward? Will Sean Strickland ever stop threatening murder and violence? Probably not, but we don't have those answers. So,
I can't take no